and I'm really excited about our next section. So I would like to invite Tal Catran up to the stage. Tal is a startups and accelerators guru. He's founded 14 startup accelerators since 2012. He's considered an expert at building accelerators, hubs, and startup ecosystems, including Eve, which is a FemTech focused one. I think that's the only one, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. And he's going to be talking to us about what the FemTech opportunity versus challenge is, which is something I'm very excited to hear. So Tal, are you here and are you ready?
Yeah, I'm here. Shalom. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here. Thank you for everyone who invited me here and been listening from the beginning. And it's been interesting. I'm saying this as someone who knows FemTech maybe for the last 3 years or so. My co-founder, she's a doctor. She used to have her own startup. She reached out to me and said, listen, how about we start a FemTech accelerator? And I said, FinTech? She says, no, a FemTech. I said, I've never heard. And this is coming from a person who by himself established 16 accelerators. I think I've done every cluster possible, never heard of FemTech. And that is and was and still is a challenge. And this is why I'm here to talk to you. I'm less here to speak to you about the trends because you have heard a lot of trends. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. I'm here to, I don't know, aggravate you a little bit. I'm here to make you move in your chairs and saying, why did they bring this guy? Everything was so nice until he came. And I'm here to ask you, first of all, why is it that there is such a small number of women involved in entrepreneurship all over the world, including here in Israel, the startup nation? And I'm here to, I don't know, not nag you a little bit, push you a little bit and say, I mean, who knows about women better than women? And still, why is it in my hub that half of the startups are actually established and run by men doing FemTech? Not that that is wrong, okay? It is totally fine, but there is a kind of an expectation when I have I'm a female entrepreneur and I have a startup that maybe women angels will invest in me, which never happens. So I'm here kind of ask you a few questions and probably not getting any answers because I don't see you. Maybe you can write. By the way, I want to say this is, I think, the first webinar out of the near 100 I've done during COVID last year that I see the motion going. Like, you know how to use the chat. The chat is not to ask too many questions. The chat is to introduce yourself. Is to say, hey, this is who I am. This is the opportunity I bring, and maybe then I can ask for something in return. This is why you need to have the chat, just to get better introduced. There are over 70, there were 90 people here. So my thing is to say, well, FemTech, when we started, when we engaged 2018, I thought it was really, well, it made sense that it was a great opportunity that we really needed. More than half of the population in the world is women. Women are treated more by men, gynecologists, than women. Women knows best about their own bodies and about the problems. And still I was kind of puzzled. Where are all the women? Where is all the FemTech? And the other thing was many companies, corporates worldwide said, wow, FemTech is very interesting for us, but none really invested in it. And this is now, I think, I would say maybe in the last year even, maybe COVID did some disruption here, but definitely now I would like to see the brands or the investors not just saying, yes, we understand FemTech is needed, but actually putting hands into their pockets and investing. Now you saw the numbers. Yes, the numbers are growing. But understand again, you saw the map of the entire world. You saw a lot of US, of course, a lot of UK, but even Israel, which is considered a kind of a startup nation, still numbers are kind of low in way of number of startups that deal with FemTech, as well as the money invested. I don't think I'm here to tell you what are the trends or what are the needs. I think you know them better than me. And for sure, there was done here a lot of research. I can tell you the information I have learned today is priceless. It's priceless in way of showing evidence, showing proof of what we think we know. But in the end, the fact that there is a research and there is a need still needs to be supported by the ecosystem, by startups. And startups, by the way, are first of all people. Before there are technology. Without the people, there is no technology. So it is about the people. And it's about the people working very hard. Everything in startup life is difficult. Everything. You don't have a dime for your name. Everyone is smarter than you. You probably think, well, that has been already solved. Why should I do it again? Or where do I check? Who do I talk to? A lot of questions. Okay, for this, you maybe have accelerators, you have people to speak to. Definitely a lot of people here. I mean, the amount of knowledge and help and support that is in this group right now is I think is endless, and you should definitely use it. So when we want to not just speak about FemTech, but really engage, we need people, and we need, I'm not saying we need women to do that, but definitely FemTech for me was a kind of an amazing opportunity how to get women more involved as leaders, as founders of the startups, coming with the knowledge. So this is my belief. First of all, and foremost, the opportunity FemTech presents is not a safe ground, but a very inviting kind of ecosystem, atmosphere, technology cluster for women to get involved in entrepreneurship. Because again, what I see is a big difficulty for women to get involved out of, I don't know, maybe fear of taking risks. There's a lot of risk. 96% of startups shut down first year of operation. That's not my number. It's like all over the world number. So it is kind of a, I mean, kind of a failure about to happen. And to step into this is troubling. I think more for women than men. I mean, men, you know, I mean, men, if they have 20% of something, they will get the rest of the 80 along the way. Women kind of needed more safe, like we need to know we are 100%, and then maybe you go 110, 20, and 30. It's a lot of risk. But I think, again, the fact that women know FemTech, know the problems, know, it's not about knowing the opportunity, it's about knowing the needs. And we know every startup needs to start with a need and a solution. And this is kind of a safe ground. So either you go by yourself or you go with a partner, it doesn't matter. Again, you don't need the trends. You know it. You know it. Again, a lot of information was shared here. So what I would like to see more is, first of all, which I call an opportunity for women to get more engaged versus the challenge. And in my eyes, still raising funds for FemTech remains a challenge. It remains a challenge, and I agree, it doesn't need to have any connection to who the investor is, but as also shown, and we all know it, most investors are men, and when you're asking a man to invest in something which he has not even a first clue about it, it is challenging. This is why we need, I think, more VCs to invest in it. They have kind of a different look, not wait for angel investors to step in this. So again, opportunity and challenge, I think, are quite clear. Now the opportunity, I mean, going forward, how do we do it? And I think, again, it should be shared by everyone. If this group, if what we have right now becomes really a group and you can ask and get, I mean, questions and answers, it's amazing. Because I think you have like professionals on everything almost possible to get an answer on how to start, where to look, who to talk to, how to take first step, how to do it, and then maybe how to grow and how to get invested. I think right now the world is kind of speaks more about FemTech. I think it needs to speak much more about FemTech the same way we speak about cyber. So why cyber is so interesting? Why FemTech is not as that interesting? And the way it will happen is the more of us here dip our hands into this opportunity and start making small steps towards growing it. And for this, again, you have accelerators. In EVE FemTech Hub, it is very clustered. meaning the opportunity is clear. This is what we do. And as I said, we have male and female entrepreneurs all doing women's digital health. We had a great support from Ferring Pharmaceutical that I think identified kind of early this opportunity and supported the hub during 2019 and 2020, which was amazing. And then little by little, another conference and another conference. And again, there was, and there is now more interest, more opportunities. I see Anna, that's my cue that I need to tune it down a little bit. We're about to end. So I will end here. I really want to offer you my help. What I know to do is to grow startups. I've been doing it for near 10 years, almost from the beginning of time here in Israel. More than 1,000 startups mature my programs here in Israel, as well as in several countries worldwide. I'm here to offer my support, my help, my mentorship if you need it. I shared my details, and please do. And again, I want to bless you all for being here today. I think it's been, so far, it's been amazing. I know I'm the highlight, but until now it was very nice, and I will stay to the end to answer your questions. Thank you.
Fantastic, Tal. Thank you so much. And that was going to be my first question, was can you stay till the end? Because I can already see the Q&A is popping off with questions for you.
It's almost midnight, but you know, I'm here, and you don't get to be in such an amazing conference every day. So I'm here.
That's very kind.